Okay, good morning, love bugs. I have a message for someone. Now, I wasn't going to go into this because, respectfully saying, I thought people had more common sense than what they do. Yesterday, I posted a video, a short, and it was about a pot that was on my stove, and the pot was shaking. Most people said, "Oh, the pot is shaking because water is under the pot." Then they said, "Oh, the pot it's a cheap pot." Then they said, "Oh, it's nothing's in the pot." Y'all, I'm gonna keep this simple. First of all, common sense would tell you I know how heat and metal works as much as I post over here about me cooking. So this is the backdrop. I wrote a message and said I dreamt about deceased loved ones. On the night before that, I had and it actually were my spirit guides because ancestors we've never met. That's just our bloodline. Spirit guides we likely have met and did some form of life with in their living. Yesterday, the night before that, which was Thursday going into Friday, 8 of my deceased family members came to me and gave me some vital information. But they also told me they would show themselves in my home today. Don't go out too much because they're going to give me some information. Okay. Yesterday, my niece wanted some wings and some fries, and she asked me to cook that for her. So I took a break after doing shorts. I went downstairs. She had the pot out for me already. When I got downstairs, I took the pot, put it on the stove. Before turning the stove on, I poured the cold grease in there. After I turned the stove on, the pot already had 1.5 bottles of grease because I deep fried chicken. The pot was just on for a few seconds and it started moving. Then I said, I'm going to record this to send this to Nosha because I tell my family members about these occurrences with me now more that they are open. But these things have always happened to me since I was in elementary school. Me being able to hear as well as see the people in the spirit where they have crossed over or processing over. I'll say it like that. Next, so I was recording the video after I posted, and I only recorded it for a few seconds, but the pot had no time to have heat to it. If you go back, that is a short of about 60, excuse me, not even 60 seconds, maybe like 30 to 40 seconds. The pot had no time to have heat to it. The grease was already in the pot. Now, this is what else I'm going to tell you. This is why I'm doing this video this morning. One of the female spirit guides came to me on last night / the wee hours in the morning, and she brought the short back to me, and she said, go back and inform them of this. Many of you all are receiving messages. I did a divine feminine video about what the angel numbers mean when you're constantly seeing them. She said, go back and tell them that they have deceased loved ones that are showing them signs, messages, and confirmation. But because some of you all still have a fear to it, and some of it, you just don't know, as I do not know all, I just have a lot of experience. I won't lie about that. I have a lot of experience. So she told me to go back and tell you all why I made that video and explain that. So on last night, she showed me a lot of deceased people that were looking down, watching over family members, friends that they love, to give them much assistance in multiple and various areas of life. Now, I'm going to share something personal with you all to help you understand sometimes how the Holy Spirit, how God will allow the Holy Spirit to use a face or a voice that you know, that you recognize, to help you pay attention. On yesterday, in that same video, I'm gonna link it in this description box here. In that same video, the clock was flashing a time. I didn't even notice the time until I went back and read the comments, and a person said, I think it was her deceased, it was someone deceased that she knew, their birthday flashing on the clock. On that clock, that same time, that was my grandmother's birthday. That was one of the people that was in my dreams giving me some very important information. Her birthday was on the clock. I didn't notice it at first. I was just too busy recording so I could send it to Nosha and my brother. Now, what does that mean for you? Number one, sometimes you don't have the proper experience to things because you don't use common sense. Now, I've been on YouTube for about 4 years, I think. I've backtracked for the last 2 years to slow it down so that we can get realistic readings, but also so that we could have much understanding. Many of us come from different walks of life. I'm not here to tell you if you should be religious or spiritual, but what I am here to tell you is when I receive a message like that, especially when, now I posted it just, showing, I said, I'm going to share this with my channels on YouTube and TikTok. When I posted it, I just thought it would be a nice thing to do because I know many people experience things and keep it bottled up because they are ashamed, afraid, don't know what it is. And people say, oh, that's the devil. Oh, that's demonic. Oh, that's evil, etc., etc., etc. So many opinions about it. But then when my grandmother came to me yesterday afternoon and in the wee hours of the night and gave me instructions about the video, that's why I'm back this morning. Now, here's a personal part for me. After I finished cooking, my grandmother showed me, after she was shaking that pot to get my attention, and I'm glad I went back and watched the video. She told me to go lay down and take a nap after I finished cooking Leia food. I said, Leia, I'm tired. I said, I'm going to go take a nap for a little bit. And Leia said, okay, Auntie. I came up, got in my bed, and went to sleep yesterday afternoon early. Y'all, my grandmother came to me in my dreams again, and she told me, I'm going to show you and let you hear phone calls and faces of people that's going to lie to you in the next 4 hours. She said, you're going to get a phone call from this person. This person is lying. That's not what they're doing. What they're doing is etc., etc., etc. That was yesterday afternoon. The person, she showed me the time they were going to call. The person called my phone exactly at that time. Exactly. I was still in the bed asleep. That person called my phone and said verbatimly, word for word, everything she said in that dream and yesterday afternoon. The person said everything that she said. She said, do not respond. Do not ask any questions. Say okay. The person that was on the other line lying to me, they thought the lie was so smooth, it made them nervous. You know how sometimes you lie and you be like, oh, I wonder if they know. The person could feel that I knew that they were lying. I just didn't question it. But that's how I do 80 to 85% of the time. So then the person begins to try to fast talk me and have more of a conversation. But and the person said, are you still sleeping? And I said, yes. I said, yes. And they said, is everything okay? I said, yes. But everything that person sat on that phone and told me, I never, ever questioned, challenged. I let them be comfortable telling the lie. But because she came and told me everything that they were going to say, what time they were going to call me and tell me the lie, Why am I sharing that with you? To help you make it make sense for your life, your situation, because the experiences can be a bit much. Now, I've had people for the last 4 years since I've been on YouTube try to confuse me intentionally about my dreams because they knew or discovered that was a way that I received messages, but it's not the only way. But it is one of the many ways that I receive messages from God, the Holy Spirit, and when He allows the spirit guides that I've had in my life to show me something, or when an ancestor wants to come and show me something. Nonetheless, it takes time and it takes action. You have to work it. You have to have a level of openness. Whoever needs this message, one thing for sure and two for certain, honey, you seeing what you're seeing and you are correct. Whether you're male or female, you're hearing what you're hearing and you are correct, whether you're male or female. One of the mistakes that I made with YouTube, when I came to YouTube, I was too open and I was too willing to share. I did not consider the dangers. First of all, I did not know people was this doggone evil, especially when you are truly coming in the spirit and the energy of love. I didn't know that. Me coming to YouTube 4 years ago was the first time that I ever decided to share my experience about my twin, about, how I met him, because I was shown who my twin was not when I was 14. I was in Norfolk, Virginia with my aunties, my dad, my mom, and all of that. And I had one of those big encounters I have when I was 14. I met him physically 2 years later. Nonetheless, my grandma wanted me to come back. I went and posted that same video on my Facebook page because I have been receiving messages and dreams and being shown certain things by family members that I spent time with, and they wanted me to connect with the family. So I knew to post that video as well. You may be the one in your family that God uses or allows to see on the other side of the spirit world organically. You're not someone that has to have a whole lot of tarot cards, or you don't have to use other forms of practices to see or hear or feel or taste or sense. You're just that one. And for a long time, just to be a little bit more transparent, my family, when all this first started with me, when I was a little girl in elementary school, my family thought it was so wrong. It was something was wrong with me. And my dad and my mom had friends that used to want to come and talk to me to get me to talk, because they said when I talked, they could tell God was moving through me and working through me. But they also began to get messages from their loved ones. I didn't know it. I'm just telling them this man or this woman is here or this child is here. But I was just one of those people that were selected to use as a vessel of mediumship. But it was something I strategically hid in my life throughout growing up, especially in my adult life, especially when I got in church on my own as a young lady with my daughter. I just decided to keep that very, very selectively hidden. Now, I hope that this message truly helps. I'm gonna link the video so you can go back, but I'm gonna say this respectfully. Love bugs, we have to have common sense. Our common sense will sometimes help us place the logic in thing. The simple logic for me with that pot was another thing, the pot, those are the kind of pots that my grandma and my aunties cooked in, because they cooked large meals for the family. And when they fried chicken like you deep fry. You put more than enough grease in it so that the chicken can fry evenly inside out. That's how they taught us to cook. So my mom, I was trying to steal her pot like that a couple years ago. So this pot right here, that the one that I saw that y'all saw in the video, she got that pot for me. She found it at the thrift store at Goodwill, and she brought it to me probably for about the last year and a half, because I was trying to steal hers. I was borrowing it and intentionally not giving it back. But she caught on my game, and she was like, I'm just going to find you one. But anyway, I hope this message helps. The pot was not hot. It had no time to get hot, but the pot had a bottle and a half of grease so that I could deep fry chicken. Deep fried chicken means the oil is above the meat that you're going to put in that grease. Now, I had to go through all of this, and it's not a bad thing, so that whoever you are, you can stop overwhelming yourself with the dreams that you're seeing, what you're tasting, what you're hearing, what you sense when you are around people or when you're off to yourself. Oh, yeah, let me tell y'all this. The night before last, my grandma, well, it was like I said, it was 8 of them. They also showed me how abilities transfer when it's time, when it's organically time for abilities to transfer from a deceased loved one over to another person, whether it be someone in the family or it could be like a close friend, to be able to help that person's life or to finish off a project that a loved one left and didn't finish, especially those that, lost their life early, died young, as we say. So they were showing me those things, and then they showed me like how creativity can work when people start having ideas and like, oh, I should start doing this because you've been getting that message, that notion, that sign, that love of confirmation from someone that is deceased, that cares for you, loves you, trust you, and most importantly, they are assigned to you to watch over you, to speak to you, and most of the time, well, some of the times, and to speak through you. Now, love bugs, I hope this helps. I got to get up this morning and get some stuff done with my daughter and my niece. I hope this helps. But that's the message from the video. Peace and blessings. Great day. Everyone take your love vitamin. I'm going to keep the comments open for those of you all that will, those of you all that can. If this message helped you or made sense, drop hearts. If you don't understand, keep on praying. Keep on living as well. You gonna learn today that the other side of living is real. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh yeah. Oh y'all. Let me tell you this to make it funny for y'all. So y'all know I like to eat, right? Right. So my dad and my auntie on from my auntie, my dad and my auntie got on me about something that I'm not supposed to eat at all. But if I eat it, I'm supposed to eat it sparingly. They told me that's why you got fat, Candy. Stop eating so much. And so they yesterday afternoon they said order another fruit box, and I was like, well, it's kind of expensive. I was gonna just go to the store. They said no, order that fruit box, start eating, keep eating more fruit and add in more vegetables. But they got on me about my eating as well as my weight, not for physical purposes, but for health purposes. So anyway, child, I ordered me another fruit box. I actually ordered two. So yeah, I hope this message helps, love bug, because y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I am a little foodie, and then when I be traveling, even when y'all don't know it, I'm always eating something different, and yeah, and they will want me back on a different curfew while eating. So your loved ones will help you, and when they start helping you in that area, it is prevention of dis-ease to the physical body. They can see something coming that you may not see, or you're not sensing, or you just turn a blind eye to. I know I'm not the only greedy person in this world, so it happens. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, and my dad, I don't know if I told y'all this. My dad is half black and Indian. My daddy said, no, no more eating this. No, no, no. Stop. Stop for a little while. Just stop. Because I was sneaking. I ain't gonna lie. I was sneaking. And so, but I've been feeling in my spirit all week to put some more fruit in my body. So and that'll help you stay flush and stuff like that. And drink water. So yeah, love bugs. I love y'all. I truly hope this message helps. Peace and blessings. Great day. Let me get up and get dressed. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably gonna eat good today. I'm gonna eat good today because I'm gonna have my niece. You know what I'm saying? I got to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna be with my niece and my daughter. So yeah, I'm probably gonna eat good today, but I'm gonna have balance with it. Yeah. All right, I love y'all. Namaste.